Hi Snap! I'm going to be answering some of your questions about the Boy Deluxe that just dropped and also some tour questions. So let's get into it! What was your favorite song to perform on tour? I would have to say, okay, as far as my own stuff, the goodie bag ending, that was the grand finale. Ugh! That choreo is so insane. Shout out to Scotty and Reagan who choreographed, because yeah, that goodie bag dance break with like the live drums and the live guitar, little guitar solo at the end, like that arrangement, it truly came out exactly how I pictured, and I'm just obsessed with that choreo and that the hits, the yeah, when I do my little run at the end. I love that part in my set. And then as far as Descendant songs, I loved the Do It Like the Zombies Do, Chillin' Like a Villain mashup. That Ways to Be Wicked was so fun to perform. I really tapped into like my VK energy, and Love Ain't It was really fun too. I love the choreo in that one. This is such a good question. I've literally been in the middle of writing, and I was trying to think of a better alternative for one of the lines in the song I'm writing, and this morning I was brushing my teeth and I was like, wait, this should be the line. So I quickly grabbed my phone, wrote down the lyrics. So honestly, you can't really predict when the best lyrics are going to come, or the best titles or song ideas. It honestly will be at the most random times that I'll have an idea for a song, and I'll just try and grab my phone quickly and write it down or voice memo it. It's usually in the car or in the shower. That happens a lot too. But I find that, just finishing a song, just, putting something down, even if you think you could, come up with a better lyric or it's not that great, you can always come back to it. But, just write something. Don't give up. That's the biggest thing. And also, yeah, keep a diary whenever you go out, a little journal or something, because you never know when inspiration's going to strike. You never know when you're going to have that great idea. ChatGPT also helps if you need some inspiration. Put in a little idea for a song, see what it comes up with. They actually are onto something with ChatGPT, because it be giving me some good ideas sometimes. Ooh. 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 So the tea is, now that Boy Deluxe just dropped, and you guys have that to go stream, it's kind of the closing of the Boy era. I am working on the next era of Kylie music. I do have a title for the album. I do have an idea and a concept. It's definitely going to be a concept album. And I can't say too much. Boy is definitely it planted the seed. It laid the ground, the foundation, okay? Boy walked so that this next album could run. That's all I'm going to say. Girl, if it's your ex, no. One girl's trash is another girl's trash too. They probably think he's gonna change for you. That's cute. He's not gonna change. He never changes. So I listened to Boy this morning when I was at the gym, because how when you post a story and then the boy you want to see it sees it, so then you have to watch the story as him. Do you know what I mean? So since the Deluxe just dropped, I wanted to go back and listen to the whole thing as you guys, listening to it for the first time. Whatever. Maybe it's just me. But I was listening to it top to bottom, and Goodie Bag is such a standout. I feel like that one is one that I'm always going to be so connected to. Just really, yeah, it makes me proud. I love that record. I love the ad-libs. I just love the swag of it. And I would say off the Deluxe, though, Oversized. I really love it. And I have you guys to thank for making me fall in love with that song even more, because I remember when I first teased it almost 3 years ago, I was yeah, it's a cool song, but seeing how you guys reacted to it, and to this day you guys are girl, when is Oversized dropping? You have to drop her. So it was honestly your positivity and just the way that you guys reacted so well to it that made me believe in it so much more. But yeah, I've really grown to love that one so much. Go stream. MSG was probably my favorite show, and it was sold out, which was so insane. The energy in that arena was crazy. Like, it was nuts, actually nuts. And MSG is just so iconic. Like, I've dreamt of playing there since I was a little kid. But also Crypto was a huge moment for me, especially because I had like grown up going to concerts there. I saw my first concert there, which was Beyonce, so getting to like be on that stage was really, really full circle and cool for my younger self. Girl, when I tell you, I was off the grid for the first 2 days. When I got back home, you could not get in contact with me. I was on the couch rotting, eating my Trader Joe's snacks, watching Abbott Elementary. Like, I think just all the kind of pent up, all the emotions and the energy from the last 3 months on the road, it really like hit me all at once, and I was just exhausted. Like, my body like physically needed to recover. So yeah, I just kind of chilled for the first 2 days, but then I was like, okay, I'm ready to start recording now. I'm ready to start writing for the album. And I have a studio at my house, so I'm very lucky that I can just kind of go in the other room and, you know, start working on ideas, which, yeah, that has been taking up a lot of my time, but also seeing my friends. I saw Shar Sheeran. We got dinner at, like, our favorite little sushi spot in LA. And then I saw Jada. I've seen a couple others. You know, I don't know if I can pinpoint, like, one specific moment that inspired me to start singing, because ever since I can remember, I've just been singing around the house and putting on talent shows for my parents, playing like American Idol in our living room, and they would like write up fake little tickets to Hollywood. Even though I like grew up in LA, I thought Hollywood was like this magical place. It was like 10 minutes down the road. But I would say both of my parents are very creative. My mom's a dancer, my dad's a singer and a songwriter, so I think like going to the studio with him, you know, every day and seeing how he writes songs and seeing him work with artists, I think that definitely opened my mind to like this whole world of music and, you know, what was possible. Also watching Disney Channel, like literally watching all the girlies from Selena to Zendaya. Zendaya's replay was truly on 24/7 in my house, so they definitely inspired me too. You had an I Love Kylie poster. Oh, you're so cute. I love you so much. Vegas was such a fun show. One of my favorite memories from tour that I can think of, actually this is a really funny one. I remember one of the nights that we were in the tour bus, Josh, Malia, and I were like the only ones up. And it was like super late. We were driving to the next city, and we were like talking about like scary ghost stories, and you know, they were talking about like creepy ideas for like a scary movie. And you know, it was super spooky vibes. The lights were really dark on the bus. We were kind of starting to get freaked out at the stories that we were telling each other. And then all of a sudden, the window like flies open on the tour bus, and we were like, oh my gosh, like we all screamed and thought that a ghost was literally like in our presence. But then we realized that Josh actually just accidentally hit the window open button, but we were dying laughing. I'm gonna say yes and no. I think the red is definitely a part of my vibe, my brand at this point, but I am thinking of switching some things up. Oh girl, trust. This album, I'm sprinkling in some ballads in there, okay? I need to let my hair down and get a little emotional. I need to get in my feels, okay? That's what I plan to do. I'm inspired by, honestly, Jade the Bratz doll. Like, her specifically. Just something about her vibe and the way she carries herself and her really cute fits. I want to be her. It wasn't too bad learning the dances because we had a month to learn them before we left. But I think we had 26 dance numbers in total, which is crazy to think about. But, you know, we just drilled it in. We were in that dance studio putting in work, literally like 8-hour rehearsals every single day. And that was like the fun part, seeing it come together and, you know, over the course of all those weeks, like the numbers would just get tighter and tighter, and we would get more confident and more comfortable, and we would bring in the props and like, you know, add formations, and just seeing it all come together was so fun. And I mean, by the time we hit the road, we were like locked in, and by like the 36th show, it's like clockwork. So we had to find ways to like make it interesting for us, since we're doing it so much and the dances become so repetitive. So we would like sometimes switch sides, or you know, just like add our own little things to kind of make it fun and switch it up. I miss getting to meet you guys and getting to meet cuties from all over the world, and it was really cool getting to meet cuties that I knew just through social media, because I feel like so many of you are so consistent with your just like love and support, and I've, you know, been able to like get to know you guys through live streams and guesting you and seeing your edits and popping into your group chats, and so getting to meet you in person, that was really, really special. And also just the adrenaline rush of going out in front of an arena for thousands of people, hearing them scream the minute that they hear Worlds Collide, and I come out, and oh my gosh, that energy is truly unlike anything else. So I miss that. I miss my cast a lot. Our little giggles in the green room after the shows, and doing our skincare routines together, and debriefing the show like on the tour bus, and all those moments in between with them. I miss them a lot. That's actually such a good question. I think CJ, maybe? Definitely one of the dancers, for sure. They were... What is on my face? They're definitely, like... They're the ones giving us fun ideas of, like, things we could do to, like, make the shows interesting. They were also talking about playing a game where, like, we pass around a quarter, but we never did that because we were too nervous to do that. Definitely my artist costume, 100%. It turned out so incredible, and I remember talking with Zarina, who was our costume designer, and telling her I want it to be all denim, I want it to be a matching set, and I want to have a corset that is like super blinged out, super rhinestoned, so that the people all the way in the back of the arena can see it. And I was like, and we have to have, you know, little sprinkles of red, of course, and I need a boy belt. And I remember, like, we weren't sure if the boy belt was going to happen, and I remember it was the day that we filmed my intro video, and this was like 2 days before our first show, so it was super last minute. We were still waiting on the boy belt. I was like, please, like, I really hope this comes through, like, this would totally make the outfit. And finally, like, it came through last second under the wire. Zarina brought it all together, and the belt was so cool. I feel like it makes the outfit. But I love that costume so much.